Now, how do we pronounce
Is it existential?
existential crisis?
Existential.
Existential.
But we can't say that because it might trigger people.
Why? That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to trigger people out here.
Oh my gosh. You're listening to the M-Word podcast. Is it on?
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
Hey. Oh, come closer. Come
closer.
I'm always sitting away from the...
You need to come closer because we've had a few complaints about not being able to hear our voices. So we're trying to speak louder.
Okay.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
So today is a Minisode.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Not a very long one today. Just to answer some questions that...
Yep. You know the drill
the
about
millions
Minisodes.
of questions that we get on a day-to-day basis.
1,000,001 and 2 and 3. We get loads of questions.
Just
Two really interesting ones for today.
Yeah.
And you know the drill with Minisodes. We speak about any dilemmas, any questions you have,
anything,
yeah.
Anything.
Any topic really.
So, yeah.
A Minisode.
We hope you guys are well.
Yeah.
But without further ado,
We are going to start. Okay.
okay.
So, let me just go through my tons of questions.
So scrolling so far.
Scrolling so far down. Oh my gosh, I can't even decide. Oh, there it is. So the first question. Hey, Christian Kimmy. Hey. I just wanted to ask a question. Okay. Basically, I am a third year psych student and I am now wondering what to do next after I graduate. There are so many different options, but I haven't decided what route to take yet. What should I do?
Okay.
Okay, well done for getting to third year.
Woo woo.
I mean, you've done very well to get so far, and just well done on you.
Well done.
In terms of, let me get this question up. I already forgot. Wow. Okay, so she's wondering, or he is wondering, I don't know, whether what they need to do after they graduate. So with psychology, there's so many different options.
Yeah.
One thing that they don't tell you is what you can do afterwards. Like, I think a lot of people have this misconception that after you graduate, you can literally apply for the clinical psychology doctorate and then you'll get in and you become a qualified clinical psychologist. No, baby.
No, baby.
No.
Unless you're like super duper duper smart.
Yeah.
With real connection.
But even then, it's really hard, you know.
It's very
because you need some sort of experience. You need clinical. They say you need clinical experience and some sort of research experience, which you would have, I guess, for your when you get your undergraduate degree, you would have done some research. So that's fine. But clinical experience, I mean, I'm not sure what your experience looks like, but you should have some sort of experience working with people with mental health and working in NHS at least. It doesn't have to be, but to just sort of have an understanding of that organisation and how it works. In terms of what you can do, I think well done for actually thinking ahead, because I wished I really thought ahead. There's many options. You can, first of all, you can do a master's if you want to. You can do some postgraduate course if you'd like to do something like that. If there's some area in psychology you really are interested in and want to find out a bit more about and do some more research regarding that, you can look at some universities and look at their master's program. If studying is no longer for you and you want to sort of get your experience up, do more clinical stuff, then there's many jobs you can do.
Yep.
You know, I think go onto the NHS website, type in like maybe mental health, type in assistant psychologist. I know a lot of people would probably think of that as the first option. So type that in, give it your best shot, and apply. You know, I think a lot of the assistant psychologist posts are competitive. It's quite hard to get into those roles. But if you write your personal statement very well and you're just charismatic and you've got, you know, some good experience, then
try and do some volunteering.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Try and do some of that for charities like Mind. What other charities are there?
There's so many. There's Mind. There's so many, and I don't know the name. There's mine. There's
You can even do Macmillan.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
What's the other one? St Clair's Hospice. Is it St Clair's? It's St Clair's, isn't it?
Yeah, there's so many different.
Yeah, there's lots.
Type in mental health charities, you'll find so many. Mine is the one I volunteered with. I did befriending, but even before that, I did volunteering. So literally, what you do is you have to make your connections now. Like go into hospitals or inpatient wards, and then ask to speak to maybe the psychologist there, and just sell yourself. Say, oh, I'm a third year student. I would like to, have more of a hands-on experience. Just sell yourself, and
they're usually open.
They're very open. Send them an email as well, because that's what I did. I think I knew somebody that worked on the ward, and I just asked them, for the psychologist email address, and that's how I just emailed them saying, hey, my name is so and so, and I'm at University of this, and I study psychology. Is it possible that I could sort of volunteer for maybe a few days or one day
you need to put yourself
per week?
out there.
You have to put yourself out there. If you don't, you're not going to get the connection. And
it's true.
The psychologist I shadowed and everything was very nice, and she allowed me to do that, and that was literally my stepping stone into that.
Don't forget that psychology and mental health is a whole community.
Yeah, it's a whole community.
So it does matter, kind of. It does count. You need to have some connections because that's how you get into places like NHS.
Yeah.
Because it can be difficult applying for NHS. You have to start somewhere. Yeah. So it's easier to volunteer or to start with low-level jobs kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one option. A volunteering. You can also do... I'm currently a psychological wellbeing practitioner or what they call the courses is low intensity CBT therapist. So you apply for that. It's not even a year. It's like a 10-month course. Trust me, it's after you do your postgrad, your undergrad. This one will be easy peasy for you.
100% easy peasy.
And then you can work full time as a low intensity CBT therapist, and then if that's the kind of route, it's a good alternative to masters if you don't want to commit to a masters, because with this course you work at the same time as being in uni, so you're being paid to study at a good level as well. You get paid quite a bit for just to study one day a week maybe at uni. So try that out. That's a good way of going about things as well, if you don't want to do assistant psych as well. And then from then you can use that as part of your experience to get into the doctor if that's something that you want to do. Or if you want to become a CBT therapist, that's what you can go and do 2 years as a qualified low intensity CBT therapist, and then you can do the high intensity, which makes you a proper CBT therapist, like a qualified one. And you can work either in the NHS or private if you want. So there's so many options out there.
There's also don't, obviously, if it's sort of difficult to get into those roles, think about other roles as well. There's like support workers, mental health support workers. There's so many different types. Like even charities are doing different roles. There's like mental health practitioners that you don't have to do a course. They actually train you, and you just literally go onto the NHS website. But even like other websites such as Track as well, that's a good website. And there's another one, I think it's Health Jobs or something, healthjobs.co.uk. Literally just type in mental health and you'll just see different types of mental health roles. Or on The Guardian, if you type in mental health jobs there, you'll find different roles and stuff, all related to psychology. If you realise you don't want to go into becoming a psychologist, you can use psychology everywhere, really. You can work in HR. You can work in...
You can do graduate schemes. At most places. Like, there's banks as well, like RBS. They'll take you as long as you have a degree. They'll train you anyway.
It's true, to be honest, and I wish I knew that.
A lot of people get stuck. Like, a lot of people I know that were in our year at uni, most of them aren't doing psychology anymore.
I wonder what they're doing, actually.
Most of them are. I don't think a lot of them are pursuing psychology.
I think a lot of people are not doing that.
Not to put you off, but it is quite difficult to get at the top of your field without having to go through like.
I think once you've got the doctorate, you're okay. Like, I think.
Oh yeah, you're calm.
After that. Like, you can do whatever. But I think before that, it's just very hard. It's not really a progressive kind of
It's a dog eat dog world afterwards, because you have to compete with like a million other psychology grads that have like loads of different experiences and stuff. You have to start somewhere. Volunteering is a good place to start.
Don't let it put you off though. The competition is everywhere, really and truly. Like competitions, any role you go to, any sort of field you go to, there's going to be competition regardless.
It's true.
It just looks very intense with us, like in the psychology field, because there's only one way we can get onto the doctorate kind of thing. Well, there's not one way, but it's like if you're not qualified, then you can't be. You're not. You need to get onto that doctorate to be a psychologist. Whereas with other jobs, there's many different ways to become qualified to something. If that makes sense. So,
don't forget you can do online courses or even just quick courses like life coaching. I looked into that once, and if you get if you do like specific life coaching, for example, like corporate life coaching. And then you meet, you apply to a big corporate company, and they hire you. You're gonna get peas. But they pay big money for that kind of stuff. So don't think of psychology and mental health as hospital. And that's
it's true. Exactly.
It's not. You can work in a school. You can work in the government. You can work in corporates, businesses. What else is there? Sports
psychology. That's, you know what?
Finance.
There's actually so much. Because I think when I graduated, I remember looking at, there was a role that was for sports psychology, and I was looking for assistant psychologist in Arsenal. And I don't know. It was looking.
Wow.
Yeah, and to shadow the psychologist there, and I completely forgot, like in sports they have psychologists. And Arsenal's a big. Like, that, how football pays.
Money.
Yeah, you know how football already pays, like, anything. So, and I was like, I forgot about sports.
You're not limited.
Yeah, and it's all about, obviously, you've probably learned about sports psychology, but it's, like, all about winning and losing and how that affects somebody's mood and all of that stuff.
I even heard of someone calling themselves a celebrity therapist. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that means, to
but
be honest.
If it works, then it works.
Yeah, you just have to be creative.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know either. Girl, I don't know.
I don't know what qualifications you have to get for that, but look into it.
People are just using that title. Like, people use the title psychologist and therapist very loosely. I guess in the UK it's a protected title, but all over the world it actually isn't. It isn't actually protected, so people can actually call themselves a therapist when they're not, which is a bit of a shame. But
which is me. I am a therapist.
But so just think outside of the box. Of course, if being a psychologist is what you want to do, then stay focused. Don't let anyone sort of stop you.
You might get put off.
You'll try not to. You're with everything, like there's gonna be barriers, there's gonna be boundaries, there's gonna be things like that stop you. But if that's your passion and you really want to be a psychologist, then you need to try it out and give it.
If you really have those traits, if you have the passion to help
because
people,
I think a lot of people that, no offense, but I think a lot of people that apply numerous of times and don't get in, they might actually just not be right for that job. Like, you might want to work with people in mental health, but you might not actually, show traits as a psychologist, if that makes sense. It's more than that, actually. I've heard a lot of people come back from, like, interviews and say that, you hear feedback, like, you're just not warm enough or friendly enough kind of thing. Yeah, I've heard that.
Can they give that kind of feedback?
They're hard.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You have to remember, mental health is not a joke. Like,
it
anything
isn't a
in
joke,
healthcare, you really have to have the passion to help people, because helping people is not easy. And I'm not saying
you can't pretend.
It's not like helping your friends and family.
No.
This is people's lives.
Yeah.
Like,
you can't pretend with this. You can't actually pretend to.
Yeah, it's hard not to let your personal things get in the way.
Yeah.
But you actually can't let it, because one small mistake and that's someone's life.
Yeah.
Like, it's intense, and not to put you off, but you need to be prepared for how hard it will be.
Yeah.
Because no one tells you at uni.
Yeah, it's true.
They lecture, and they talk about going through your doctorate and stuff like. They don't go through
really go into detail.
What you have to witness.
Yeah.
Trauma-wise, you have to see some real stuff out there.
It's true. And you need to be a certain type of person to actually deal with that. And it's with any other role, really. Like, with most roles, like, I couldn't be a prime minister because I'm not that type of person that.
Yeah, no.
There's a certain type of personality that works for different jobs.
Yeah.
And it's the same with psychology. Not everyone can be a psychologist, to be honest.
It's true.
Not everyone has that sort of, not even empathy, but just can really connect with other people like that. And it's okay. And if, obviously you love the subject. I think a lot of people realize they love the subject psychology.
Yeah.
But it's like to actually now apply and work
is
with people
different.
is different.
Yeah,
it's a whole different ball game.
It's different.
So,
you have to think whether you're a practical person or a research person.
Yeah, so sometimes it works the other way. Like some people like to research, and with psychology there's a lot of research, which, you know, people do PhD. So if you want to do PhD, think about, you know, you can even apply for that one. A lot of them with PhDs you get paid for that as well, actually. So look into the ones that you are interested in sort of doing. But if you're more practical and you really want to work with people, I think you need to start somewhere to really realize that first.
Yep.
I think support worker is something that a lot of people start with support work.
Yeah, that's what we both started. You have to start
healthcare
somewhere.
assistant or something like a care assistant working in a care home.
That's like...
Then you'll know.
Then you'll really know what
looking
after people is.
If you can do that and you're not really put off, then I think you're fine. But if you can't really look after people when
it's a bit of a test,
it's actually a test.
If you can't do it, then boy.
Because obviously, I guess when you're a psychologist, you're not going to be like doing personal care, but it's more like, wow, you're really at that level
good to have that appreciation.
You need that humbleness.
Yeah, and it's being a healthcare assistant that will humble you.
You need to be as a psychologist. You need to be
humble.
Will
humble you.
Yeah.
If you think you're at the top of your game, being a healthcare assistant will really drag you back down to earth and tell you what's what.
And if you can't do that, then it just shows, I think, like, okay, I'm not too sure if I can't really deal with people, you know, difficult people with behavior that sort of challenges, then you shouldn't really. Yeah. Because you're most likely going to encounter that.
You will. Yeah. No, it's not most likely. You
will. Yeah. But that's our advice, really. Like,
I hope you're not put off.
No, we're being realistic. I think we're just trying to be realistic. Yeah.
It's true.
I wish someone told us this.
Yeah.
I wish someone told us this.
Well, now we know.
Yeah.
And now you know. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You've got loads of options, so good luck.
Good luck.
I hope you do well and everything in your undergrad.
Well done on your undergrad. Okay. Now the next and last, because you know we only do 2 questions. This was a 2-parter, but we're not ready to answer the second half.
Yeah.
So shout out to the person who sent this, but we'll answer your other half
in
next
another
time.
Minisode, yeah, because it was an interesting one.
Yeah, it's a bit of a...
We need to think about it deeply.
So someone said, question, how do you guys deal with existential crisis?
Existential?
Existential.
Am I pronouncing it right?
Existential crisis.
Oh, well, what does that even mean?
Well, from what we Googled... Not even gonna front. Not even gonna pretend.
No, I think I've heard that term before, but I had to just double check still.
Existential crisis is like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah, basically.
What is my purpose on this earth?
Why am I here?
What do I do next?
What's point?
What's my future gonna be like? It's existential.
Yeah. What's my purpose? Why am I here?
Your existence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah.
In a nutshell.
That's a good one, isn't it? So, how do you deal with existential crisis?
So how do we deal? Is she asking
us personally? Well, we're gonna answer us personally.
Yeah. Okay. How do you deal with that?
See, I would say church, but I haven't been in a while.
What do you mean?
I haven't been to church in a while, and that's usually where you find your purpose, isn't it? Because you know, church gives you the answers and everything like that. How do I deal? It depends what kind of existential crisis it is, because it could be a case of what is my purpose on this earth, or is it more like, you know, what am I going to do with my life in the future? Those are 2 different things, aren't they? 2 levels.
Yeah, true.
In terms of what I'm going to do with my future, I think I've been through that existential crisis while I was at uni. Yeah. Or after uni, actually, was probably the worst of it. But I just kept pushing. I suppose just tailor my life to whatever it is that I studied, because that's what I know. So what else am I going to do? Like,
listen, what else can we do?
Plan my life loosely, because I realised that if you plan it too meticulously, you're not going to get it. Like, it's not going to happen.
And you'll be disappointed.
And
cry.
Yeah, so one thing is to lower your expectations, not in a negative way, that you're not expecting anything from anyone, from anything in your life. But be realistic with what your life is going to be like. Future-based things, like, am I going to have a family? Am I going to find someone? How am I going to find someone that's going to marry me and give me kids?
Oh,
Stuff like that. That's the kind of questions. You just gotta plan it, but don't do it too rigid.
Vigorously.
Too rigid, and it lets you know that you're gonna be. You might fail if you don't reach your expectations. I don't know how to answer that one. It's quite a difficult one. What do you think?
I think so. My existential crisis. So I think I sometimes have days where I'm like, what is actually the point though? Like what? Like, but those are the days when I've like, you know, when you think too deeply.
Yeah.
And it tends to be times when I'm just like drunk. Basically, I have times like that when I'm just sitting in bed. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so waved. Why am I here? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I just have it randomly. I just think sometimes I'm like, oh.
You do though. You get those random thoughts, don't you?
But I also get it quite closely to like my birthday. Like when you get older, kind of thing, you start to really deep think. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what am I doing now with my life? What is actually my purpose? Like why was I actually put here? You know. But I don't think too deeply into it because then you'll go. You know, you're just To
put it loosely. The answer is still pending.
It's always going to be pending because to put it loosely, even more loosely, we'll never know the answer. Yeah. We'll never know what is our actual purpose. We'll have a feeling to what is, like, I have a feeling towards sort of what is my purpose on this earth. And I think that is just to help people. Yeah. And I think that's it. I don't know in what manner I need to help people, but I just know that is what I can do. And that's what I want to do. And I feel like that's why I'm here. To just help somebody.
It's true.
Or people, whatever. Make a difference in people's lives. I think that's what, I think I'm just figuring out what is my purpose. But I think that's it because... I think there's nothing else. But it's not just one purpose. You might have many different purposes. It's not just one.
Yeah.
You know, I think people think, oh my gosh, what is my purpose? Like, I need one thing.
You have many
purposes.
You have many roles.
You have many roles in life anyways, you know. Your purpose might be to be a good friend or a good brother or sister or wife or, you know, a good mother. Like, there's different types of purposes.
You have a purpose.
Yeah.
Trust me. Oh. I know, like, it's still a struggle now, but I knew I had a purpose when... I don't know if I've spoken about it before, but me and my friend got into a quad bike accident. I was driving.
Yeah, I was.
I was driving. Anyway, we were like 13. She was like 14 or something. We were at a friend's house. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I crashed a quad bike at like 50 miles an hour to this parked car. We should have died that day. No, real talk. Like the way that we landed, everyone was screaming. We flew from the car like 7 feet, and the quad bike landed in between us. And from then, I knew we should have died. Like, but how we come out unscathed. After that, I knew there was something. Like, it's not your time. You're too young. It's really not your time.
Because you haven't done your purpose. Maybe filled it.
My friend now has 3 little children. Bless her. That was her purpose. Yeah. She had them quite young as well. So I feel like, you know, she was meant to have to go
family
through that.
And all that. Yeah.
Me, I'm still pending.
Yeah, pending. We'll get back to you.
I'm making ways en route.
Yeah. You'll learn though. I think people figure out their purposes early on, but some people might not find it until really late on. You know what? This is my purpose. This was my purpose. Maybe like, I think. Yeah, so I guess the question is, when we have a crisis, when we just think, oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? How do we cope with that? Well, I think I just take each day as it comes, really. I try not to think too far ahead and think, oh my gosh, like you start to overwhelm yourself. Yeah. I just take each day as it comes. Yeah.
Use it to fuel you.
Yeah.
To get off your ass and actually do something.
No, it's true.
Because you can ruminate on for as long as possible on what my purpose is. There's no purpose.
Or what have I done? Or
convince yourself that you have no purpose. Use that as a fire under your ass to get up and actually like find your purpose. If you feel like that you have no purpose, go and find one then. Like.
Do something, find an activity or a hobby, start a hobby you really would enjoy doing, and just, You have many things to be, you have many roles, like, I'm an auntie, I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, I'm a girlfriend, I'm a friend, like, those are my roles, that's my purpose, so... It can be little as well, it doesn't have to be something major, like curing cancer or something like that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think people have this idea that you have to do something phenomenal.
It's not for everyone. Which is okay, to be honest. We're all here to make one difference, I guess.
Yes, that's right. So to answer that question, find your purpose.
Find your purpose. But also, I guess that question can be quite interesting in terms of when you're experiencing like low mood or something,
Mm.
that can be a dangerous
Mhm.
period, you know, having a existential crisis,
Mhm.
especially when you feel low. Now you're thinking, what's my purpose in life? Oh,
Yeah.
actually, I don't have a purpose. Because you know when you're negative
Oh
and
damn.
thinking,
Yeah.
then you think, oh, I don't have a purpose, and then it can really
That's when it can get dangerous.
dangerous. So yeah, for us, it's you know, I get those randomly. I don't really
Yeah.
have the whole why am I here when I'm low, but
Yeah.
some people might do,
Yeah.
and then I guess it can be quite dangerous.
It can
and
be
difficult.
quite scary.
Yeah.
But I think things like this takes time. You
It
can't
does
just
take
kind
time,
of
yeah.
decide one day. Well, you can, and then work towards it. But I think to feel fulfillment, it doesn't. It's not
Yeah.
overnight. It takes time, and you have to
Yeah.
work at it and really do what you can
Yeah.
to perfect your craft,
Of
or like
course,
to get on
yeah.
top of your field, you
Yeah.
know, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And even if your purpose is just to be someone who is a good friend
Mm-hmm.
or a good parent,
Mm.
you know, it doesn't have to be career-wise, because
No,
career
no.
is not everyone's purpose.
It's true.
It's
Because
not
we keep
everything.
thinking that in this day and
Success
age.
does not equate your career,
True.
because success is different for everyone.
Well, I can't even say the word. Did you see
Success.
the word? Success.
Success.
It's different for everybody.
Yeah.
It's subjective, so yeah.
It's subjective.
Could be someone's idea of success means to have £1 billion or something. That's their idea of like, oh my gosh, I'm successful.
That's my ideal.
That's my idea as well. But someone else's might just be to have a family,
Yeah.
you know, or be married, or
Yeah.
I don't know, to travel the world and see.
Yeah.
You know, that's everyone's. It's subjective. Be your own person. I think we compare a lot to other people and what they do, and think, oh, maybe that should be my purpose, or maybe I should do this. But
yeah.
we all have a reason why we're here, and I strongly believe that we're here for a reason. So we should explore it. I think I said that twice.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You get the gist.
you get the gist. Like you're here for a reason. You matter.
You matter.
You matter. So yeah, we matter. I matter.
We all
All matter. And we all have a purpose.
Yes.
And you'll find it
You'll find it.
sooner or later.
You're probably in it now.
Yeah, and you don't
doing it
even-
now, and you don't even know.
It's true. Some people are in
Yeah.
a role and they're like, oh no.
Some
don't know.
people can be in a role that's completely like, wow, that's life changing, and won't realize.
I won't realize
They're
it
not
until
content, and contentment, that's another day.
that's another day. That's another topic.
That's for another day.
That's not for a mini-sode.
It's not for a mini-sode.
Yeah.
But
That's
hey,
a good question, wasn't it?
It was
Mm.
fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Keep on sending us questions or dilemmas. It doesn't have to be a
I
dilemma.
hope they help.
I think they do.
I really do.
Yeah. We'll also use this mini-sode to do like reviews of like movies if we wanted to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be M for movie minisodes. That's perfect.
And for a movie
I
mini-sode.
just came up with that just
That is
now.
so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank
Maybe
you guys.
some interesting movies we'll be watching soon, or series actually, or if you guys are a Netflix
Characters.
fan, characters.
Yeah,
We can explore them in terms of their mental health.
that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially you.
You, the Joker,
Yeah, the joke. I still need to watch
American
that, though.
Psycho / Bates Motel.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I keep putting that off as well.
Yeah.
I've got so much to watch myself, and then we can come back to
and
that.
discuss.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, guys.
This was a quick one, wasn't it?
It was.
Are we gonna drag it to 30 minutes?
We
Exactly.
don't. Do we have to?
Nah, we don't have to. We'll bore you guys to death.
But yeah, thank you
Thank
for
you for
listening.
listening.
And again, we're making serious topics.
A casual
chat.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye.